Hi, how you doing? My name's Daniel Fletcher, and I'm going to talk to you today about wood density. Um, this presentation will pretty much be useful for anyone without a whole lot of knowledge on the subject. Uh, yeah, it's for pretty much anyone. Okay, so what is wood density? Simply put, uh, wood density equals wood mass over wood volume. It's pretty density. The density is pretty cut and dry. I chose this graph to insert this graph into this slide just to give you a basic visual of different species and their density, their kilograms per meter cube, and just with this small uh, bit of different species, you can really see there's a huge amount of variation between the different types. Okay, so what are some of the reasons for using density as a measurement with wood? And one of the main reasons is that there's such a strong correlation between density and strength. And of course, strength is something that we really care about. Um, the reason why I chose this insert exactly is because it shows balsa on it and also Doug fir. Those are two different species that I talked about in my technical description portion of this assignment. Um, basically, it shows that even though balsa wood is a hardwood, it's much less dense and has much less strength than Doug fir. Okay, so now let's talk about one of the reasons why we might not want to use density. And the problem with density is that because it's wood mass over wood volume, the wood mass can actually change as moisture content changes. We know water is actually pretty heavy, and when a piece of green wood is at 100% moisture content, that means that there's as much water as there is wood, and it'll weigh the same amount. So you can imagine if you go from 100% moisture content down to the relative moisture content in the area that a piece of wood is in, it can go down to like a 12%. That's a huge amount of water the leaving the sample of wood. So you can obviously imagine that your density is going to change greatly. Okay, so now we're going to briefly touch on the best way to have an idea if a wood will have a high or low density is it's to decide if it's a hardwood or a softwood, or an angiosperm or gymnosperm. Angiosperm just simply means covered or fleshy seed. Gymnosperm means naked seed. If you can group a piece of wood in either a hard or softwood or angio or gymnosperm, you can have a good idea if it will have a high or low density. All right, now just to get a little more depth into this without getting too technical, I'm going to show these two illustrations of a hard and a softwood. Uh, they're meant to show the differences in the two types of wood on a cellular level. I just wanted to show the tightly packed wood fiber cells in the hardwood picture on the left. The wood fiber's only job is structure. That makes the wood stronger and more dense. The picture of the softwood on the right shows the tracheids. Their job is strength and water transfer. They are less densely packed, so they will usually have a lower density than the hardwood. There are, of course, exceptions to the rules. Some hardwoods are less dense and some softwoods than some softwoods, but it is usually safe to adhere to the rule. Now, just on a note, all the graphs are not my own. I didn't actually make any of these graphs. They were taken off the internet to help explain my points. I just want to say thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.